Hi guys, it's not really necessary to introduce myself anymore, but I'll do it anyway. Shiggitai for ShiggitayVlogs here, and I'm here with a bit of a story time. I was working at my job the other night, and this kid comes in, and he wants to get tobacco products. Yeah, in Massachusetts, or at least in my area of Massachusetts, you have to be 21 to purchase such. And he was indeed 21 on, well, what was it, May 3rd, 96, I believe. And that's great and dandy. He was eligible. And there was one catch though. His ID also expired on the same day that he turned 21, the same year. So, I don't take lightly to that. When I see an expired ID and the kid is either underaged or overaged by many years, I don't take it out of principle. I do it by the book. There are some exceptions, but this kid did not take to this well. He had lame excuses that he was spewing at me like, I've got stuff to do at 8 in the morning, so I need to smoke. I'm like, okay, I can't do it. He also had some stupid excuses like, I have my new ID coming in a few hours. I'm like, yeah, well then come back in a few hours and I'll do it for you then. He didn't like that either. He eventually stormed out of the store, yelling obscenities at me or saying obscenities under his breath. And yeah, he leaves. I take care of other customers, and not 5, maybe 10 minutes later, he comes back. Actually, less than 5 minutes later, he comes back. Here's the funny part. He purchases M&Ms. Yeah, he purchases M&Ms for $1.99. He hands me a $20. I give him back the $18.01 and change, and he proceeds to. Okay, where's the prop? I don't really need that prop. Okay, wait, what the heck is this? Yeah, perfect. This is trash anyway. He proceeds to, come on camera, focus, to rip it open and dump it all over the freaking counter. And leaves. I, out of sheer reaction and shock, I'm like, yeah, you brat, get out of here, don't come back. And yeah, he does. I haven't seen him since that night. This is like 4 nights ago now. And I don't understand some people. He had no respect for me doing my job. And he really, really needs to be reprimanded somehow. If he, for whatever reason, comes back and I'm on shift, oh, he better hope he's not. He better hope I'm not on shift. I'm not trying to sound threatening or anything, but if I'm on shift and he comes in, I am asking him to leave. I'm not serving him unless he has a proper ID. If he's, lack of a better term, dumb enough to still have that expired ID thinking he can get by, I don't think so. Even for driving, that's up to the cop if he's pulled over, how he wants to deal with it. Either a ticket or an arrest, depending on behavior, etc. If he comes in, I'm just going to ask him to leave. And also, if he doesn't comply and doesn't leave, even ragey, I'm going to call the cops. If he pulls something juvenile and stupid like this again by, like dumping M&Ms in a counter and then vacating and leaving, then I'm just going to call the cops like I should have when he did it the first time. A little bit of funny here. A little bit of like a funny, not really coincidence, but a funny thought. He was born in 96. I was born 12 years prior to that. So he was acting as old as I was in 96 when he was actually 21. That I just find, that tickles me. That's kind of funny. I guess I'll combine this story time with another one. It has to do with also tobacco ID stuff. I got this kid come in of the African American influence, I'll say. He comes in and he wants, what the heck does he want? Fronto. Yeah, the Fronto's cigars. I get it. He's like, yo, you got Fronto? I'm like, yeah, I do. So I reach behind me to where they are on the shelf, on the peg, the little hanging peg thing, and I get it. And he asks, how much? I'm like, you want one or two? He's like, one. And I grab the single pack. And I say it's $2.99, but that's what was it, like $3.17 or something after tax. You've been working at a place too long that you remember the exact price with tax for taxable items. Anyway, he shoves money in my face. He's like, here. Let me get the camera and view here. He's like, here. And I'm like, okay, yeah, may I see your ID, please? He's like, here, take the money, here. He's like insisting I take the money. And I try again, may I see your ID, please? And he keeps shoving the $5 bill in my face. And I finally take the $5 bill, somewhat spitefully at this point. I'm like, okay, I'm asking you for your ID. I'm not asking you for your wallet that you're handing me money. Like that, okay? And then I check his ID, he checks out. He was born in '94, the expiration date on his ID is perfectly fine this time. This is actually predating the M&Ms kid I just mentioned. And again, this kid showed no respect for people doing their jobs, or just respect to people in general. As he's leaving, and I gave him a change, I wish him a polite, have a good night, whatever. Because as some of you may or may not know, I primarily work overnight. I heard him say under his breath, "Jackass," as he left. Okay, alright, tell that to a parent and you'll get a rude awakening, because that's such lack of respect for your elder. First of all, I don't think many people realize that I can be older than a good majority of the customers that buy tobacco products. And it's just disrespectful in general, no matter how old you are. And yeah, that was my first, I guess, official StoryTime episode, if there was any. And if you enjoyed these stories and you found them entertaining, I'll do them again to all the 3 of you that subscribe right to me right now. But I used to have like 20, but then I switched over to this new categorized, restructured little network, the ShiggitayMedia network. But anyway, you can watch that video if you want to. I've mentioned it before in a previous video, the restructuring, the rebranding, that's the term, rebranding. And if you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff that us YouTubers tell you to do. And have yourself a great night, morning, afternoon, wherever you might be. And yeah, actually, you know what? I don't like this dumb pun for today's date, but yesterday and today were the Star Wars days. May the 4th be with you, from May 4th, literally May the 4th, instead of 4th. May the 4th be with you, which was yesterday. And today's still the 5th or the 6th? Yeah, it's the 5th. And Revenge of the 5th, instead of the 6th. Which is so dumb. But anyway, if you're a Star Wars fan, I hope you had a good May the 4th and Revenge of the 5th. And yeah, have a great one, everyone, and see you in the next video.